What about if you purchased this laptop or camera a year ago when you weren't in business, but now you're in business? Can you get a tax deduction for those items? So if this is your first time watching, my name is Navi Miraj, and I'm a CPA that helps small business owners save thousands of dollars in taxes. And I do that by producing content on YouTube and other social media platforms and teaching you how to apply various strategies in your business. So if that sounds like some of the content you want to be taking in, then I would recommend subscribing, because that's what my channel is largely about. Now, what about if you purchased equipment like, let's say, a year ago, and now you've decided to become a realtor or a YouTuber, and so you're using your laptop or your camera in your business? How do you handle those expenses, right? Or those assets that you purchased? So you can still get a business deduction for this, believe it or not, but it works a little bit differently than the stuff I explained earlier. So what you have to do is basically determine the fair market value of the item that you purchased in today's dollars, right? As of the day that you started using it for business, and then you have to depreciate it over a period of time. You can't just expense that item in the first year you start using it for business. So I actually made a little bit of a spreadsheet for you. So I'm going to share my screen with you and kind of walk you through this. So don't get too, overwhelmed by the numbers here. Let's just kind of walk through this together. This is just a list of personal property items that you're going to use to be converted into business. So let's say you had a laptop that you purchased, a desk, a chair, and a camera. And so when you first purchase these items, this is your cost. This is what you purchased them for about a year ago. So you can see we have a laptop for $1,200, a desk for $200, and so forth and so on. Now, what you have to do is when you start using this for business is determine the fair market value. And that's what's in this column here, right? So how you do that is you can basically go on eBay or on the internet and kind of search for your laptop make and model and take a screenshot of that or print that and save it to a PDF, kind of store that away in your files if you ever get audited, and use those as, probably it would be wise to see auctions if you're using eBay that have actually closed and not what people are just asking for the item, but closed prices to get you an idea of what the fair market value of that item is. So in this example, let's run through the laptop from A to Z. You bought it for $1,200. You know how technology is. 1 year later, that laptop's only worth $800. And so what you have to do is you have to take the lower of your adjusted basis, which is your original cost, or the fair market value, right? So obviously the lower of $1,200 and $800 is $800. Then you have to say, okay, well, this depreciation period for equipment, or I should say specifically for computers and stuff, is 5 years. So I have to take the $800 divided by 5 years, and that's what you can see over here. You see year 1 depreciation is 160, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, and so on. Obviously in year 6 and year 7, you fully depreciated this. If you add these together, you'll see that the total is $800, which is the total fair market value. Similarly with a desk and chair, the same thing applies, but the IRS says that desks and chairs and stuff like that are depreciated over 7 years. So you have to spread that over a 7-year period. Now, as you can see, just because this stuff at fair market value when you started using it for business is $1,625, you don't have a year 1 expense of $1,625. You've got year 1 at $312, year 2, year 3, year 4 at $312, and then in years 6 and 7, just the desk and chair are in there, right? So hopefully that sort of clears things up or explains to you just how you can use personal property and what happens when you start your business, how that personal property sort of gets converted into business property. So another reason that I myself purchase equipment that I want to bring to your attention is I actually wanted to sort of level up my audio and video game on the content that I'm producing for you, but also because I am in the process of compiling a course. And this course is going to take you from knowing nothing about taxes all the way to implementing strategies like the S corporation that can save you about $10,000, hiring your children, then taking it a step further, hiring those minor children and starting a Roth IRA for them at, let's say, the age of 7, so that they can get started at their retirement at a young age, or even retirement funding for yourself. I'll teach you how to get $50,000 or more in a retirement account in a single year as a small business owner. So these are all very powerful strategies that I'll be teaching in this course. So you don't need to be a CPA to understand this stuff. You just need, someone like myself who can break this stuff down into easy and digestible things that you can understand. And I guarantee you'll be able to do it on your own. So what I've done is I'm still in the process of creating that course. Like I said, I've created a wait list. So you can go to navimuradcpa.com/learn. And if you enter your name and email address there, I'll put you on the wait list. And so the advantage of doing that would be I'm going to send anyone who signed up for that wait list a coupon code right before the course launches. And that coupon code, I'm not sure exactly how much it's going to be worth, but I could almost guarantee it'll be at least $100 off the cost of the course when I do release it. That said, I mentioned it a few times here, but I'm going to link another video that talks about the equipment that I used when I decided to level everything up in my YouTube studio. So you can check out that video here in a second. And if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, please do. As I said, I'm only teaching you and educating you about small business and how to save the most amount in taxes. So with that said, I'll see you in the next video.